Hi, I'm Phoebe Compton. I'm staying outside the media room getting ready to interview Coach Page.
Hi, Coach. Were there any notable injuries or concerns with health this week?
Not really. We had a couple guys, we had a couple that went into the game with their ankles dinged up a little bit, and I think we had a couple more that experienced that throughout the game. But communicating with those guys over the weekend and then yesterday, Monday, everybody seemed to be okay.
How do you keep the team grounded after a big win like this past week's?
Well, I was really concerned about this game because Purchase Line's always tough. They play us tough, and so I worried a lot about it, but I don't think there's any problem in keeping them grounded. All they have to do is look at the recent past, to see how those seasons went, and hopefully that they want to go and get more.
What stood out to you most about last Friday's win?
I thought we were really tough overall, and so was Purchase Line. A lot of good hard hitting going on. We took advantage of some things. They had some turnovers, and we were able to turn them into points. And ultimately, we only let them score one time, which is big. So we got a lead, and in the second half, we kind of played keep away for a while and held on to that lead.
Containment looked to be the biggest issue with defense last week. What was the result or execution or just simply a really good athlete that you were playing against?
Well, I thought that 21 Bartleball was a good athlete for them, but then they threw about 4 or 5 other guys at us running the ball, and at times we didn't contain because we didn't tackle well. We're trying to get the heavy hit, the flash hit, the big hit, and guys were bouncing off of us. But again, despite all that, we were able to keep them out of the end zone. But that's certainly something that we talked about in our coaches meeting and then talked about to the kids yesterday, that you got to get back to more fundamental defense and tackling.
Special teams are often overlooked, but can you talk about the X factor that someone like Brady Frazier brings to the team? His kicking game seems to have gotten stronger each week. He even had a 58-yard punt on Friday.
Yeah, and we thought that would have gone longer. It just kind of didn't bounce the way it normally does, but he's certainly been a weapon. I mean, he's great with extra points. He's made field goals. He's being looked at for his punting, and the other night the punting was really on display. And he does well with kickoffs too. He had another one, what they call a touchback into the end zone. But even when he doesn't, and you can kick it down to the 5, and then your kickoff coverage can get, we always say, let's keep them outside of their own 30, and we were able to do that most of the time.
Conemaugh Valley is a team that has had a rough season, but counting out a team is always a mistake. Many were down on your team to start this year. Does that keep the team focused, or is there a challenge to keep the team in the right mindset when facing an opponent who is struggling?
There should never be any problem with focus. Conemaugh Valley doesn't have a win yet. I personally never overlook anybody, and we tried to get that message across yesterday in our meetings, and we won't either. You have to prepare. There's too many things at stake with the second half of the season and trying to make playoffs, so if we want to continue to do good things, then we have to prepare hard and respect everybody we play.
How is the team preparing differently for this week's opponent?
Well, this team likes to throw a lot more. This may be the team that throws more compared to anybody else but us. We've had games where we've thrown the ball a lot, so they will throw the ball probably 80 to 90% of the time. So we have to make sure that our pass rush lanes are honest, if you will, and we have to cover. I mean, they're going to complete some passes. They have a kid who throws the ball well. He's got a good arm, and we can't let them have any big plays.
What message do you want to give to the team this week?
We got to keep working hard, keep focusing. I thought one of our days last week was our best practice of the week. I don't think it's a coincidence. When you practice well, you play well. We've got 4 games left minimum. I mean, we could have more than that if we make the playoffs. So we don't want any screw ups at any point coming in the near future.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.
Thanks for tuning in to our next episode of Turning the Page.